So guys, Ndindi Nyoro was a very good friend of William Samoei Ruto during the campaigns. And so today I felt like, okay, where has Ndindi Nyoro gone all of a sudden? If you guys remember, and you've seen that video that I previously created, where I put a video when he was busy like trying to dismantle Uhuru Kenyatta, talking during the campaign season. I mean, he really made a lot of effort in making sure that they secured this presidency and also convinced people of Murima about William Samoei Ruto. These are the same. Rigathi Gachagua and Ndindi Nyoro, they were at the forefront together with Kimani Ichung'wah, of course. But now, guys, I say today, let's have a look at who is Ndindi Nyoro, because a lot of people don't really know who Ndindi Nyoro is. And of course, most of us know he's a member of parliament in Kiaru constituency. Let me not say that people don't know him completely, but I'm just like, let's have a deeper look at Ndindi Nyoro. So guys, first and foremost, Ndindi Nyoro is a young member of parliament. He was born on 12th of December 1985 in Murang'a County, Kenya. And he's a very prominent politician and also an entrepreneur. So he doesn't just play politics only. He's also an entrepreneur. So he serves as a member of parliament of Kiaru constituency and is affiliated with the UDA Alliance. So this is the party that was created after so many members of parliament left, or so many politicians left the Jubilee Alliance. So this was the political party that gave Kenya Kwanza the presidency. That is now William Samoei Ruto. What is happening at the moment is that people are trying to reorganize themselves. And so most probably more parties will come up, or people will defect to other already existing parties. But now, Ndindi Nyoro's education background, he has a Bachelor of Arts in Economics. And he was a student in KU. And even a very active student leader. So his political abilities did not just start because he joined a government. No, he was already playing politics in his university, during his university times. Guys, I told you that he is an entrepreneur. So he owns a couple of business ventures. So before his political career, because of that connection that he had when he was a student, he was in a position to start establishing himself in the business world. So he founded AfriSec Telecoms. This is an internet service provider that offers software solutions, surveillance, and networking. So by 2014, AfriSec was already valued at 50 million. You know those times when people when internet was not really or internet information and technology was still at its young stages in Kenya. That is when he actually ensured that he invested in that business. But anyway, the business grew because there was the opportunity, people needed those services, and so on. So apart from that, he has also co-founded the Inve Tax Capital. This is a brokerage firm that has interest in construction and water engineering, and through his company Telesec Africa. Yeah. Wow. So apart from the AfriSec Telecoms, he's also into Capital, which is a brokerage firm. I hope you understand very well, guys. It has interest in construction and water engineering. Yeah. So by 2024, this company is already valued at 2 million Kenya shillings. So Ndindi Nyoro also has significant shareholding in Kenya Power, and lighting company. This is the one that people know most, because everybody knows that he has substantial shares in that company. So by 2022, he had already increased his stake to 27.29 million shares, making him the largest shareholder at the time. That was by 2022. However, between June and December, he sold 11.78 million shares and he reduced his stake to 36%, which is now approximately 20.72 million shares, and they are valued at 29 million Kenya shillings. So a lot of us know about this Kenya Power Ndindi Nyoro shareholding position, and so of course he has a lot of interest to protect in as he's trying to navigate his political career. Now, the reduction of that share that got reduced from being the largest shareholder was actually, it led to the Namiji Iran and Virji Iran jointly becoming the largest individual shareholders. So there were two, they sound like Indians, Naran Kimiji Iran or Viviji Kimiji Iran. Yeah, those two, they joined together and became the largest shareholder. So that a little bit reduced the shareholding position. So guys, what has been happening recently about Ndindi Nyoro has been, first, he had a relationship with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Both of them combined their power and they became a very influential power during the campaigns, and they were able to win the hearts of the people of Murima to be able to vote for William Samoei Ruto. So they were a very influential force in the Mount Kenya region. Now, because of that, there was definitely a relationship that was created. Now, Ndindi Nyoro, who is also a close ally to William Samoei Ruto, at some point, if you remember, he tried to make sure that he was trying to elevate Ndindi Nyoro. You know, William Samoei Ruto works, his political maneuvers are around manipulation, too much political manipulation. So at some point he was elevating Ndindi Nyoro, everybody was getting excited in Mount Kenya region, and they were beginning to prefer him over Rigathi Gachagua. But I think the point is very clear now. William Samoei Ruto never really wanted the two of them, like Rigathi Gachagua and Nyoro, to be even part of a competitive way of politics. I don't think he had that focus. That was not his intention. His intention then, when he was trying to raise the profile of Ndindi Nyoro, was to make him feel important, number one. Number two, it was also to be able to make to contain Rigathi Gachagua. That is what I am trying to think. It was a strategy. So Ndindi Nyoro was a very close ally of William Samoei Ruto. But I think by the time that we reached, since June 2024, since the Gen Z maandamanos, I mean, we've seen a reduction of attention on Ndindi Nyoro by William Samoei Ruto, and we've seen him withdraw his elevation that he had given him and moved away. We've also seen Ndindi Nyoro growing cold towards William Samoei Ruto, and most of the people are thinking it's because Rigathi Gachagua was impeached. But of course, the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua was never going to get to go unnoticed. It is a major issue, you know. So it has already sailed through, and Ndindi Nyoro and William Samoei Ruto do not really look like they are close allies again. They look very far apart. So one mistake that I would say Ndindi Nyoro made during the president of William Samoei Ruto's, during the presidency of Uhuru Kenyatta, Nyoro was very critical. Vocally, he spoke so many things. He opposed the handshake between Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. And during this time, he took time and aligned with Ruto's faction. And by then, they were all called Tanga Tanga. But you know, this kind of controversy that came about when Ndindi Nyoro started criticizing Uhuru Kenyatta, it is now biting him back. Like, it has caused a lot of, it will cause a lot of damage to him unless he takes a turn and begins to speak the language that the Murima people want to hear. And the language is, Ruto must also be impeached. He must go. So anyway, there is one controversy that I don't want to forget. In September of 2019, Nyoro was involved in a confrontation with nominated MP Maina Kamanda during a public event, and this led to arrest on charges of assault and causing disturbance. But the charges, of course, were later dropped. Those were just political differences. Apart from that, there is nothing major that we can say about Ndindi Nyoro. We can only talk about how he became very vocal, critical of Uhuru Kenyatta, how he supported Ruto, and how Ruto has really become a problem to Kenyans. Guys, I would like you to watch the next video and see exactly why Kenyans really feel so bad when Ruto's name is mentioned. But anyways, as it stands of now, we don't really have any verified information that we can say President William Samoei Ruto has distanced himself from Nyoro. But we can already see that from tension. We don't see Ndindi Nyoro speaking anymore, and we don't see William Samoei Ruto doing his darling with Ndindi Nyoro. So we definitely know something somewhere is not right, is not adding up. And even regarding the Ndani interest in Kenya Power share, in my mind I was, and this is not publicly confirmed information, of course, but I was just thinking, Ndindi Nyoro owns a very huge share of the Kenya Power. He's the largest shareholder. So if Ndani was going to be part of the shareholding of this Kenya Power, because they were going to purchase a certain percentage or manage a certain percentage, that means the loser would be Ndindi Nyoro. He would be part of the people that would be losing, you know. So guys, I don't know what you think about this Ndindi Nyoro story, but there's still more to what meets the eye. Not seeing Ndindi Nyoro with UDA government, not seeing him in parliament voting for the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. Those were messages that he silently sent to everybody. He never and has never been able to comment on Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment. But we definitely know he decided to stay off the thing because he saw it was going to have a very big, huge political consequence. And guys, in fact, if Raila Amolo Odinga does not win the AU seat, people like Ndindi Nyoro would be the biggest winners. Because if Raila Amolo Odinga comes back to the political scene and he begins to talk against William Samoei Ruto, especially on his impeachment, people like Ndindi Nyoro that look like they are so much now on the floor will rise up and add their voices because they will take advantage of that political opportunity, you know. So that's why you are hearing their noises now. Noises going around talking about it is now time to impeach William Samoei Ruto. I agree with everybody else. It is time.